Good day, I'm Bob Trackmen and I'm an airport security patrol officer and this here is my sniffer dog Scout. Hannah, my supervisor, has just informed me that we have an incoming flight from Mexico today. Here comes the plane and it is a full. The passengers have just come out of the plane and are heading to the luggage station. I like Mexicans, they have great street tacos. I love how they place a sprig of cilantro on the beef taco. It helps me to get my daily vegetable intake. I love listening to salsa music like La Bamba by Los Lobos. But there is one Mexican song that always gets stuck in my head when I hear it. Oh yes, it's La Cucaracha. It's a fun song. I will just take a look at the suitcases with the X-ray machine. Here comes a yellow bag. It is filled with traditional Mexican clothing. There are colorful ponchos and matching sombrero hats in this bag. The next several bags are filled with more ponchos. A set of black bags come up the carousel. There is a smiley stickers on the bags that says please don't open me. I'll just take a closer look at these bags. The computer scan turns a green color indicating that there is organic matter inside the bags. I see 10 bottles of alcohol. The bottles are probably tequila. Mexico makes some of the best tequila. My friend Ron loves to do tequila shots. There are also some maracas inside the bags. Looks like a lot of musical instruments for one person to play. I will ask this passenger to play them to see if he is a musician. I definitely want to check out what else is inside these bags. We don't want any forbidden food coming into our country. Illegal food is a danger to our billion-dollar agriculture. Business. One little bug can wipe out our crops. I'm going to see who picks up these smiley face bags. I stand by waiting with Scout. Scout starts to bark as an older Mexican man walks up. He is singing the La Cucaracha song. Great, Jew, great. Now I will have that La Cucaracha song in my head all day long. The Mexican man is wearing a red, white and green poncho. He has a nice yellow sombrero hat with colorful pom-poms. The pom-poms swing back and forth as he walks. The man staggers, he stumbles and almost falls to the ground. The man appears to be drunk. He bumps right into me. Scout immediately starts barking. The Mexican passenger looks at me. He smiles and lets out a burp. His breath reeks of alcohol. He burps some more. I hope his flight was smooth. My friend Bubba downs shots of tequila and vodka tonics when he flies. He says the alcohol helps to calm his nerves. Maybe this passenger did the same thing so I don't judge him for being intoxicated. Hello sir. I need to take a look at your passport. The man's eyes are bloodshot and red. He tries to locate his passport in his pants pockets, but he can't seem to locate it. Sir, what is your name?
Hola,
he just stares blankly at me. I repeat the question. What's your name?
Hola, señor.
The man finally finds his passport and pulls it out of his fanny pack. His name is Carlos, sir. If you can just put your suitcase up on this table for me. Carlos is having a bit of trouble finding the table. Carlos, up here. This way, not over there. Right here. Carlos, I am going to inspect your bag today for organic matter. Do you have any food or illegal items in your bag? He doesn't seem to understand me. Carlos is obviously drunk from the way he is talking gibberish. Carlos, did you pack your bags?
Did anyone ask you to carry anything illegal into our country for them? He just mumbles something in Spanish. I suspect he just cussed at me. Oh, what do we have here? A maraca. Carlos, what are all these maracas for? You have 100 maracas in your bag. They are made of wood. You cannot bring wood into our country. It's not funny, Carlos. This wood is not treated and it carries a disease that can ruin our timber crops. Carlos, why do you have so many maracas in your bag? I searched his other bag and found that Carlos has food hidden in his bag. I found a large burrito wrapped in carbon paper. Carlos, what is this burrito doing in your bag? Carlos, this is food and it is not allowed. Carlos hands me his declaration card. There are smiley faces on it. Carlos has checked both boxes. Carlos, you can't check both boxes on your declaration card. You can only check one box. So are you declaring food or not? Yes or no? No, you're not declaring. Okay, so I'll just fix the paper to no. Just put your initials here for no food. But Carlos, you have food in your bag and burritos have cheese inside them. And cheese can cause foot and mouth disease. This is not allowed into our country. Carlos looks very upset that I am confiscating his burritos. Carlos tells me they are handmade by his girlfriend Rosa. I tell Carlos it doesn't matter. I take all of the carbon-wrapped burritos out of his bag. They weigh 50 kilos. Scout barks while I take the burritos. He doesn't understand my English. Carlos, do you have any other food in your bag like tacos?
Hola.
I show Carlos all the illegal items I confiscated from his suitcase. This is a lot of food. You have 50 burritos wrapped in carbon paper and you have 100 maracas. I am going to swab your bag to do a drug check. I just want to make sure you are not carrying any cocaine. I take a swab of his bag and go to the computer and I get a high hit for cocaine. Carlos, this is a high hit for cocaine. Do you have cocaine in your bag? Carlos tells me no and that he doesn't do cocaine. Do you know anyone that touched your bags that does cocaine? Yes. Your girlfriend does and she's a drug addict. Wow. Well, this makes sense because you have a hit for cocaine in your bags. Your girlfriend packed your bags, so this makes sense. The computer spotted narcotics. Carlos, where do you think your girlfriend would hide the cocaine? What about in this burrito, or how about these maracas? Carlos shakes his head no. He asks me to forgive him for his ignorance of his girlfriend's cocaine mistake. Well, Carlos, she almost got you arrested for suspected cocaine smuggling today, and I was going to do a body scan on you. Carlos is being very cooperative, so I decided against a body scan. I look at Carlos. He smiles at me, showing me his gold teeth. Carlos, you should think of finding a nice, decent woman who's not a drug addict. Carlos agrees with me and says he will break up with his girlfriend Rosa when he comes back from selling the macra. Carlos Repetaldi tells me he is sorry for dating his awful girlfriend. I was going to do a body check on Carlos just to make sure he isn't carrying in drugs, but he seems genuinely sorry for the mishap by his girlfriend. No hard feelings, Carlos. I am just doing my job. Carlos smiles at me. No worries, mate. I'm glad to see you're being a good sport about it. Scout looks at Carlos and barks. It says you have come here on a work visa. Is that why you have all of these maracas in your bag? I'd like to just make sure you're really here on a work visa. I am going to weigh out the reasons for and against letting you into Australia today. Carlos, you write down the reasons why I should let you come to Australia and shake your maracas. You have 5 minutes to give me a compelling reason for you to go on your working holiday. Carlos starts to write.
Eso es el sentido del éxito. Ni el dinero, ni la fama, ni comprarte un jet privado, eso para mí no es el éxito. Para mí el éxito es eso. Saber que lo que yo hago, pues ya va a quedar ahí. Va a quedar para muchos años. Eso es una satisfacción enorme. Y por eso trabaja y por eso te encierra en la mazmorra. Por cariño a eso.
Carlos passed his test. He got a standing ovation from the large crowd that had gathered around to hear him sing. The passengers put cash in his sombrero hat on the ground. I hope this will be a lesson to you, Carlos. that you should have declared only one answer on your declaration card. We just need one answer, either a yes or a no. Carlos says he was over-eager due to the tequila shots he had on the plane. Carlos quickly zipped up his bags and picked up all the cash that the other passengers gave him while he was singing. He looked at me, and now he has to declare the cash he just made. Carlos made $15,000 from his performance, so that puts him over the $10,000 allowance limit. Carlos hands me $5,000 cash, and Scout barks. Carlos has definitely learned a valuable lesson today, and now he knows how to declare his items in his bags correctly. I am satisfied he is a real tourist. He has come here to bring his beautiful music to people in Australia. I hope he has a lovely holiday, and I am excited to have these homemade burritos for dinner tonight. Scout rips open the carbon paper and white powder falls on the floor as Juan darts out the front door and jumps into a taxi cab. I call a code 1234 for airport security officer to dispose of the cocaine. Bubba, I need a cleanup on aisle 8.